Yo, what's up guys, welcome back, next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So let's zoom in, next one, so all the way back to the beginning as we've seen before. Previously we had Yugioh Fiendsmith versus 60 cards Paleo, which was much closer than I originally anticipated. But especially when Yugioh went first, the differences were there. If Yugioh opens up any remotely, at least any playable hand, it can pump out a much too a big board compared to Paleo. So next on you have Bird Up, Lyrilisc, Tri-Brigade. It's going to featuring Simorg, as you see here in a particular deck list. The Wind Barrier statue, basically a win con because it's special summonable off of the deck with the Simorg. So kind of crazy if you think about it. The deck list from 2022, so a couple of years ago. A bit more years added to that, we have a deck that was, I was about to say relevant for basically like an imaginary format. COVID 2020, an awkward format, no ban lists, no in real life tournaments, hardly any in real life tournaments, right? You know what I mean. Mostly online. Anyway, so I think, and as I've read throughout the comments, I could definitely agree with Bird Up being, or at least having the slight advantage over, let's say, Eldlich Synchro, especially because of the, well, looking at both side decks, looking at the main decks, especially here, that the hand traps are there, nips are there, but going first or going second, I feel Bird Up has the advantage a little bit over Eldlich, where Eldlich definitely wants to go first and suffers a little bit more when going second, especially when, you have to battle it out against the Simorg featuring the, the Wind Barrier statue. So as you know, like Simorg, the Simorg link, I don't know when we got that banned in the TCG, but whenever, I think it's, for both end phases ups, you're able to special summon, what is it, a couple of examples, like you can, I think the main couple of examples here to special summon from the deck are Avian, right, as an all-new negation to bounce, and of course the Wind Barrier statue, right. So that's kind of sick. Anyway, so this game is pretty much over, right? Like, there's so many interruptions. If the deck, Lyrilisc, Tri-Brigade, Bird Up, if it can go uninterrupted, like the, is it the Lyrilisc one that bounces, right? Detached to bounce. You have the Utopic monster effect negation. You have the Simorg for protection negation or targeting, prevents targeting, right? The Wind Barrier statue basically prevents special summoning. Looking at the Eldlich deck, you're blocking. I don't think they can special summon anything of their monsters. I don't think there's anything in the side deck or extra deck as well. Should recheck it, but anyway, so Nip is strong against both decks. Eldlich Synchro can capitalize, well, let's say when you nib them, okay, you have the traps that, they'll just recur themselves, while Bird Up, Lyrilisc, it suffers a little bit more to a potential nip. So anyway, this, I think I kept, I kept Imperm for the Aurorodon, right? So I take some damage, but right, you know how it goes. Side decked in the 3 Gammas and the Driver. Which card you open? Of course, the Driver. It is what it is. But here, the deck very similar to Paleo, actually. Looking at the Eldlich, that is, right? Whenever they get the ball rolling, they recycle their traps, get some field presence, and they'll just eventually search there. What is it? It's not the statue, it's the Omni Negation, right? The Solemn Judgment 2.0 from the deck. Anyway, so here my hand was kinda okay, but I get triple hand trapped. What can I do? And on top of that, the Harpy's Feather Storm is set. So as you know, I think the Harpy's Feather Storm is a quick activation trap, but you need to have a Harpy on field, right? So what is it? Is it Chandler? I don't think it's Chandler, the Link 2. Like, people were attacking that to, link to the Harpy to potentially get it live immediately. I mean, it's an option, but not really needed, because the extra deck might be a bit too tight. Anyway, so, like you know how it went. 2020 format, Helki Dawn, Link Cross shenanigans, basically any 2 cards, especially 1 tuner needed, at least 1 tuner needed equals full combo, and then depending on the extenders, this is one line, I guess, going for Hyper Librarian into eventually the one of Ommunication, and then, you know, we're able to draw multiple cards. Potential hand traps, and of course the traps resetting themselves, and because of blocker you're able to, what is it, recycle a continuous spell? Yep, so more than enough. So 2 behind. Anyway, again, like, this is a pretty solid opening hand. So we start with Starling, I believe the name is Bird Call, not getting hand traps, so that's a good or a bad sign, whatever, at least however you look at it. We could, you know, potentially, I also would say, play around Nip, play into Nip, you know, going for the utopic one that negates monster effect negations. So they are forced to basically Nip, I guess, there, that prevents the star. I guess maybe you could wait for Starling as another, I mean, it's another, what is it, Winged Beast in your graveyard to banish from the Tri-Brigade engine. I guess the 1-for-1 here, that definitely was a nice top deck, so we can keep extending. And that was kind of important, because now we go for the Simorgh Link, and even though we got nipped, this was a small mistake. I should have normal summoned it far left. You know, by, well, is it all monsters point, is it all monsters? Or only like Beast, Wing Beast, when pointing towards the Simorgh Link are protected, you know, at least it cannot be targeted. I think it's pointing towards, so yeah, I think so. So that was a small mistake. Anyway, so 2-2, that's nice. I had the Nibiru in the back here. That was nice, because I think, sure, they can go off, but a Nip is definitely, could be deadly for them, but the reboot is a sick top deck, especially with this. So we reboot to prevent the Sanguine from triggering, and the, what is it, what's the Golden Land Trap? Conquistador, that's the name. To pop a face up, right? So that, definitely a nice setup from them. They could tag out Helki for... What is it? Is it XL Synchron? The one that sends Jet. But I think we can go for the game. I was like, oh, maybe we can go for Zeus, but you know, with the extenders, I think there's one unknown card in hand because we all, you know, we know the sets. They searched, I don't know, an Eldlich trap, I think. And we should be able to extend. So go for Utopic first, potential monster effect negation, and then, you know, keep extending, go for the Simorgh Link. And that should be more than enough, right? Drop Keras, go over the Link 2, and this is more than enough, because all traps are blocked, and potential Nip probably already would have been activated, unless I missed something, if there was an earlier opportunity to drop it, or whatever. So close call, actually. But I think both decks were relatively same in power level-wise. But as mentioned before, like going first, going second, I think Bird Up had a slight advantage there. Next one, the two decks here in Group B with 3 points. Synchro Fusionist versus Trooper Monarch, so feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.